now going to move on to the first set of certs of recognition. So I'm going to ask Tina to actually call out the people as they come up. We are going to allow a photograph with the Lord Mayor issuing the certs of recognition just over at the side of the podium here. So Tina, if you can go through.
Right, hello everybody. This thing is a bit disconcerting, to say the least. I'd like to call up John O'Flynn from the Football Enterprise Officer with Cork City Football Club. Now, the Cork City FC has about 45 employees, and it's not-for-profit. The Suicide Prevention Officer with the HSE has visited the office to speak to their players. Currently, they're drafting a proposal for the Board of Management with a view to putting a wellbeing point of contact in place. And they actively promote the Little Things initiative, etc.
So I'm Mike Derham from Forest and Cork City Football Club. We got involved in PSYCHED because we believe in mental health in the workplace. Cork City has grown with the staff over the last number of years, and we have teams from the under-15s up through to senior men's. We have a senior women's team. We have an amputee team, and we've started Woking football. So having mental health discussed in the workplace is very important to us. Our backroom staff who have to deal with the day-to-day running of the club, they need to be sure that there's a support in place for them, that they can talk openly, and that for us as owners are able to recognise the well-being of their staff. Forest is a sustainable and progressive organisation, and our members empower us to promote Cork City FC and continuously improve Cork City Football Club. So we like to promote that through the community, through sport, through education and through life skills. So PSYCHED fitted right in with our ethos, and we want to continue to promote that message of well-being within and throughout to our fan base as well, so we can reach the wider audiences that we need to get to.
Right, next up, Paul Flynn, the Health and Safety Manager with Cork Opera House. Cork Opera House is a not-for-profit, and it has dedicated 2018 as a year of change in relation to the mental health and general well-being of its workforce. Paul Flynn has been appointed to research, adapt and establish relevant and meaningful initiatives on which to build a stronger, healthier and happier team. Next up, Anya Fitzgerald, Occupational Health Nurse with Janssen Pharmaceutical Sciences in Little Island. Janssen's Pharmaceutical is part of the Johnson & Johnson's Campus Ireland, along with the others belonging to the campus, is working towards Health Force 2020 goals to become the healthiest workforce. Every year it develops and implements a health promotion calendar which focuses on including mental health strategy. Next, Claire O'Neill, the Health Promotion Coordinator with Toker Girls' School. The school recently organised a wellbeing seminar with a guest speaker for all the staff. They're also applying for an Amber Flag. For those of you who haven't heard of the Amber Flag, I hadn't, the initiative promotes positive mental health in schools, clubs and organisations. Their after-school activities have been set up for staff, including gym time, dance and fitness weekly classes. As we all know, physical and mental health go hand in hand. I now call Louise Dennehy from Hovione Limited in Reggiskiddy. Awareness around mental health and supporting colleagues through any difficulties they may have is a huge focus at Hovione Limited. They've run workshops and speakers come on site to give talks. For instance, they had a half-day mental health workshops for managers to teach them how to recognise the signs of someone who may be suffering with a health issue. Niamh Frawley, Office Manager from Cork Chamber. Cork Chamber, as we know, is the leading business organisation and represents close to 1,200 companies employing over 100,000 people. The Chamber has an active employee wellbeing programme in place, and they've run a variety of initiatives such as weekly emails on mental health and cooking demonstrations on healthy eating options. They run a Let's Talk on Fridays where all the staff meet in the boardroom for tea, coffee and cake or fruit or just for a chat.
Cork Chamber is the leading business organisation for the promotion and development of economic and commercial activity in the Cork region. I suppose we have 1,200 members who employ over 100,000 people in Cork. So we felt getting involved with PSYCHED was very important for the promotion of mental well-being, I suppose, to all our member organisations and for their employees. I suppose the whole aim of PSYCHED is to make Cork a mentally aware city. I suppose Cork Chamber is constantly trying to attract people to Cork to invest, to do business, and we feel that, you know, if that would just be another benefit of, you know, attracting people and companies to Cork, and obviously have a better way of life for their employees. So a number of initiatives we've run ourselves in Cork Chamber. We do fruit in the kitchen. We do a Let's Talk once a week on a Friday afternoon. Everyone in the office kind of meets for coffee and a chat, and it's not like a work-related meeting. It's just, you know, catching up, seeing how things go. We've also introduced an employee assistance program for all our employees. We have an employee volunteer program. We just recently did a step challenge that was really good. Everyone got out and about. So, you know, mental well-being isn't all about, you know, mental health. It's about overall well-being. So a lot of the initiatives that we run in Cork Chamber is the kind of promotion for well-being, you know, physical, mental, emotional, and we find that works very well for us.
Amy Ormond, Republic of Work. Republic of Work is for freelancers, entrepreneurs, startups and established businesses. It's an innovation hub, and it was the winner of Cork's Best New Business 2017 at the Cork Business Association Awards. It supports a holistic approach to mental well-being with loads of space for people to take time out and relax and catch up with each other. Lots of greenery and plants around the office, yoga every Thursday, free for members, and a Wellness Wednesday every fortnight, which is a 45-minute session of guided relaxation and meditation. Noel Mulcahy, HR business partner with Abtran. Abtran is a multinational with 2,237 employees based in Mahon. It's a priority of theirs to ensure they look after all their staff's mental well-being. For instance, they worked with Pieta House to launch the Mind Your Body programme, training staff with the skills to help support colleagues with any issues that affect their daily lives. They host wellbeing days, and they've also recently launched an Abtran Healthy Living initiative, which is all about education on nutrition and behaviour to help reduce stress and improve sleeping habits.
So Abtran is really committed to our employees' mental health, and I suppose we took part in PSYCHED because we wanted to promote positive mental health within the workplace. Some of our examples of how we have done this is we have an open door policy, so our employees can come can approach our managers. They can also approach people through Yammer, our communication tool, and through email. And they can just speak, it's very informal, so if they want to chat to their managers about anything, they can do so. Another thing that Abtran does is we have brought our charity partners, Pieta House, on site to train our people on the Mind Your Body programme. The Mind Your Body programme it trains our people to spot the signs of changes in employees' mental health, and I suppose it trains them to be able to start the conversation with them. And I suppose another area that we're very passionate about is we also take part in National Wellbeing Day. And we bring local vendors on site to go through what their businesses do and how they can help our employees. So be it gyms, local cafes that do healthy eating, yoga, mindfulness. We'd have a relaxation room, and we even bring in puppies for the day.
Breathe O'Donoghue and Jean O'Donoghue from the Traveller Visibility Group. The Traveller Visibility Group is a community development project based in Cork City with a staff which is made up of travellers and settled people who work together to support travellers in all aspects of their lives in Cork. Among their activities is one where all the staff are required to set aside an hour and a half of their working week to participate in team regrouping, sharing of information and planning of work. Also, each staff member is well supported through a 1-hour monthly supervision by their online manager.
I'm Breed O'Donoghue from the Traveller Visibility Group. We got involved with PSYCHED because I suppose for the very nature of our work, we work with the traveller community and mental health is very high within the traveller community. And because we have a lot of traveller workers, we have to be very careful to mind their health as well, mental health as well. As part of our work, our staff get involved in I suppose different courses around minding their own mental health, and we've done different types of training around like the assist and I suppose again minding your head. We work within a community that we have a very high rate of suicide, so therefore it's very important that our staff are taken care of and that we're minding ourselves. We offer courses within our project around acupuncture, mindfulness, meditation, relaxation. So, and also through group work, supervision and also regular staff meetings.
Judy Cronin, Health Informatics Project Manager at St Finbarr's Hospital Campus. St Finbarr's has up to 1,000 staff, busy patient services and also residential facilities on site for older persons. A small health and wellbeing staff leadership group oversees initiatives for staff, and they're a long list of those. For instance, 1.5 kilometre walkway to health, marked pathway, access to outdoor patient gym, weekly lunchtime meditation and mindfulness classes, and a staff choir which meets every Wednesday. Kevin McCarthy, BMD and Company Limited in Little Island. BMD is a mechanical contractor to the multinational biopharmaceutical and pharmaceutical industry. In March 2016, a work colleague died by suicide. In January 2017, BMD senior management decided to mark his passing by highlighting suicide awareness, and they made contact with the Cove-based awareness group called Breaking the Silence and volunteer member Jimmy. In the past, Pieta House, along with the Construction Industry Federation, issued leaflets on signs of suicidal behaviour, but BMD have gone further by discussing suicide awareness in the workplace. As their workforce is spread around Munster, they organise small groups to come together and talk about suicide awareness and listen to Jimmy. They invited other contractors on sites and pharma plants to join them. And overall, over the month they ran the scheme, over 500 people attended. In April 2017, following that initiative, BMD launched the VHI Employee Assistance Programme, a free confidential counselling and information service which is open to all their employees and family members. The last one in this first group of recipients is Spearline, based in Skibbereen. And I call on, I don't call on David. Spearline intelligently tests, measures and analyses its client global customer contact number footprint. It was the winner of Cork SME Company of the Year this year. It has an active wellness committee which runs regular events, including lunchtime classes, which include mindfulness, and talks from experts on addiction, motivation, etc. Staff are offered flexi time and can finish early on Fridays. They have also run a few wellness weeks over the last 18 months.
Okay, so the first recipient in this batch is Solar Wind Software, and I'm going to call on David Owens to come and collect the award. So Solar Winds is a company of 156 employees. It's a multinational software development company that gets fruit delivered 3 times per week, provides tea and coffee and lunches on Wednesday for staff. Social committees organise outings, kids' days, wellbeing weeks and charity events, and the charity of the year raised €3,000 this year. Departments organise outdoor activities yearly such as water sports, and they have a free gym on site, health insurance and an employee assistance programme. Webinars on parenting, finances and other subjects. The next recipient is University College Cork and Sylvia Curran from the Staff Wellbeing and Development Advisor from the Department of Human Resources. UCC has 2,800 public service higher education university staff. Staff Wellbeing Agenda addresses 3 key areas: mental health, food and nutrition, and physical activity. Weekly yoga classes, mindfulness lunchtime classes, weekly meditation classes, half-day wellbeing workshops, provision of regular promotion of external employee assistance programme, offering face-to-face counselling sessions, workshops on stress management and building resilience in personal coping, suicide awareness workshops and sleep workshops, mind your mental health workshops, and one-to-one staff welfare support. I'm now going to call on Sinead Mooney from Janssen Sciences in Ringaskiddy. Janssen has 700 employees in this plant. It's part of the Johnson & Johnson campus, Ireland, and along with others belong to the campus, every year uses a health promotion calendar focusing on the Johnson & Johnson culture of health programmes. Its focus for 2018 is creating a mental health strategy to support its workplace. It runs various initiatives to support positive mental health in the workplace, including offering mental health awareness training to managers, hosting mental health ambassadors, organising seminars promoting positive mental health, and offering MindScore to staff and their families, which is a confidential online mental health screening tool. Thank you. The next recipient is Cork City Council and the Shaft Staff Health and Fitness Team. I'm going to call on Eamon Hayes and Tim Howard to receive the award. Cork City Council has 1,300 employees. This Shaft committee is made up of staff volunteers who set up in April 2013 on their own initiative, with the aim of giving fellow staff the opportunity to improve their health and well-being. The goals are improving the health of staff, to help staff connect to other staff across the organisation, to help staff achieve personal goals, and to help foster a good working environment. It does this by offering weekly classes in Pilates, total tone, circuits, yoga, cardio burn, and recently mindfulness. The purpose, they propose to make Cork City Council a psyched workplace by continuing to provide fitness and wellbeing classes during lunch for staff and by offering many initiatives including health checks, World Mental Health Day events, lifestyle topics, helping anxiety and dealing with adversity. Thank you. The next recipient is the Cork Foyer, Assumption Road, Blackpool, and I'm going to call on Jessie Feehan, a project worker with the foyer. Cork Foyer has 18 employees and is a small to medium enterprise. It's owned and managed by Cork City Council. Since 2006, it has been supporting young people who are homeless or at risk of becoming homeless. It takes a holistic approach, providing access to affordable accommodation, training and support for young people aged between 18 and 25 years. It's proud to be the only homeless service in Ireland that holds a silver status in the National Youth Council's Health Promotion Quality Mark. Cork Foyer has a registered sister project called Bishop's Grove, supported student accommodation for 39 young people. It supports mental health and well-being of staff through a range of specific policies and procedures. The manager, Barry Waddington, recognises that working in social care, there's an increased likelihood that staff will be exposed to a situation or an incident that may cause distress or trauma. Staff are listened to and offered a wide range of courses, not just in practical areas, but in the sometimes overlooked area of self-care, such as staff recently went to a resilience training course. To keep staff morale high, social events are also organised. Thank you. I'm now going to call on Kate Bennett from AHR Services Limited. AHR has a staff of 6 employees and is a small to medium enterprise. It's a firm of psychologists and counsellors providing workplace counselling and crisis support services. The firm is being recognised this evening for its commitment to the mental well-being of its own staff, including having introduced a weekly team check-in process with the aim of enhancing personal communication and support between colleagues. They also have a relaxation area away from the work environment, which allows for mindfulness and periods of quiet reflection. I'm now going to call on Jennifer O'Callaghan from Everyday Nutrition, Fitness and Wellbeing in Ballincollig in Cork. Everyday Nutrition, Fitness and Wellbeing has a staff of 3 employees and provides corporate health and wellness services to businesses and individuals focusing on nutrition, fitness and wellbeing. Its workplace encourages activities such as low and high intensity exercise and meditation. Every day coordinated a fitness and wellbeing festival in Ballincollig last August called Vigour, which was supported by Cork County Council's Physical Activity and Wellbeing Office. It's free to attend and its aim is to introduce fitness and wellbeing activities to the public to promote a healthier lifestyle and improve physical and mental wellbeing. I'm now going to call on Cleana Lorden-Glavin from Scartley National School in Middleton, Saline in Middleton. Scartley has 50 employees and is a HSE health promoting school. Among their activities, they have an annual Wellbeing Week focused on positive approaches to mental health, including yoga, mindfulness, affirmations, speakers on nutrition. They have a staff gratitude tree, a social committee, a weekly aerobics and Zumba class, up and running 10 minutes of daily running for everyone in the school, a walking bus, spin-a-thons and enter their teams every year in the Cork City Marathon. Continuing professional development also focuses on positive mental health, including mindfulness and positive psychology practice. I'm now going to call on Pat Keogh from Arima Connect in Blackpool. Arima Connect have 45 employees and is in operation for 17 years, providing contact centre and market research services. It launched its Good Mental Health programme in November 2017 and has been followed by activities developed to promote mental wellness inside and outside of the workplace, including engagement in the workplace, personal development and relations with the community. They have a mental health committee under engagement in the workplace, which includes random acts of kindness, cups of tea and coffee, colleague appreciation messages, meet a colleague a week, gym membership and let's take a walk around the block.
Hi, my name is Pat Gill from Arima Connect. We're a 24/7 contact centre based in Blackpool in Cork. I suppose the main reason we got involved with PSYCHED was to make it professional. What we're doing internally is great, but PSYCHED has allowed us to actually promote it within our culture, make sure the guys understand that we do care about them. The kind of initiatives that we've got involved with over the years would be a group pension scheme. We also got the guys membership to Denny's Gym, local to ourselves in Blackpool. We donate a Christmas tree every year to one of the local charities. We try and go 3-4 times a year with the guys so that they can actually get to know each other and bond outside of the workplace environment. We understand that when you're working in a contact centre on a 24-hour basis, when you're dealing with people over chat, over calls, over emails, it can be stressful. So we try to have breakout areas where guys can actually speak to each other and just break away from the work environment for a few minutes if they've got any problems. So we're trying to support our guys internally, and PSYCHED has allowed us to do that.
The next recipient is Mihala Mahuna, who works alone as a sole trader in the health zone in Ballincollig. So there's one employee. I believe this is our only sole trader. The Health Zone is a motivational and educational organisation aimed at empowering people to be healthier. It does this by creating engaging, transformative and educational radio interviews, creating community and thought-provoking events, creating and promoting healthy events covering areas such as mental health, meditation, yoga and personal development. It has featured leading health and wellbeing experts and is currently developing a health and wellbeing policy under respect and dignity at work. It has a Facebook group called the Health Zoners with nearly 9,000 members and has initiated a number of flash mobs throughout Cork City for yoga, running, meditation and dancing to inspire and motivate people to take proactive action with regard to their health and well-being. Thanks, Michal. Now I'm going to call on Deborah Fitzgerald from Teamwork in Blackpool. Deborah is the Lord Mayor's daughter. Teamwork.com is a software as a service company making project management software to help teams across the world. It has 177 employees. Its office was designed with employees' well-being in mind, with a green space outside where they can work and chill out areas inside. While exercise is important for physical health, Teamwork also recognises the importance of mental health, offering free membership for all full-time employees to the gym of their choice. They also run an initiative called Random Groupings of employees from different teams who can go to lunch and expense the cost back to the company, to encourage everyone to get to know each other across the company. Health insurance is offered and for employees as soon as they start with the company, which also supports employees' mental health and gives them access to the EAP or Employee Assistance Programme. At Teamwork, they consider the work-life balance is incredibly important. They offer flexible working hours as well as the option to work from home. And they run a buddy system for new staff so employees can get to know each other and feel supported in their new workplace. Thanks, Deborah. And finally, second last for this is the Child and Family Agency TUSLA in the Cork area, and the area manager Barry Murray, I think, is here to collect the award. Thanks, Barry. So TUSLA has 350 employees and is a public service body. The Child and Family Agency was established in 2014 and is the state agency responsible for improving well-being and outcomes for children. It's a relatively new organisation and has separated from the HSE. Some examples of what is and can be done include the establishment of a staff wellbeing and welfare working group, wellbeing days every quarter, resilience training acknowledging the very nature of the work that they undertake, regular team meetings, team days and development days, the importance of mentoring new staff by the more experienced staff, the creation of quiet rooms within the workplace, and the importance of exercise and its role in healthy living is emphasised with many taking part in such initiatives as the STEP programme, lunchtime walks, group participation and the Cork Marathon. Thanks, Barry. And the final workplace in this category or in this batch is Arup, which is on 1 Albert Quay here in Cork City, and I'm going to call on Jen Mead to accept the certificate. Arup has 170 employees in its Cork office and is an independent firm of designers, planners, engineers, consultants and technical specialists. It's the first in Ireland and the 9th in Europe to receive the WELL certification by the International Wellbeing Institute for its Cork office. The office was designed to provide an enhanced workplace environment for employees around 7 categories of building performance, air, water, nourishment, light, fitness, comfort and mind. Arup's office has been designed with spaces that enable and encourage staff to adopt different working locations, postures and environments. Walking meetings are encouraged to increase opportunities for physical activity. Health and wellness awareness with a library available online, providing a resource that encourages deeper understanding of health. An employee assistance programme and an activity incentive programme with a social committee which organises activities with a subsidy of at least €230 per year to each interested employee to cover the costs of participation. Thank you very much.
Right, first I'll call on Raymond Crowley from the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport Southern Section. The Chartered Institute is the professional body in Ireland for people in the logistics, transport and supply chain industry. And the southern section, based in Cork, represents members in Cork, Limerick, Kerry, Tipperary and Waterford. It's made up of a volunteer committee of 11, and it's obviously a not-for-profit. After hearing about the PSYCHED programme at a Cork Chamber event and attending a PSYCHED workshop in February, Chairperson Raymond Crowley organised an evening event to promote health and well-being in the workplace to SILT members and friends. And speakers included our Daniel. It's hoped that this will stimulate awareness of employee mental health and well-being and encourage some of the businesses to adopt the PSYCHED initiative. And they're thinking of organising a similar event in the Dublin region later in the year. Thank you. The next recipient is Cloyne Diocesan Youth Services Limited, and I call on John Lawler, the Youth Justice Worker and Assistant Coordinator, to come up. Cloyne Diocesan Youth Services runs a number of different youth projects, ranging from justice projects, youth centres, CODA dojos, local training initiatives, drug projects, music clubs, etc. The organisation is proactive in promoting positive mental health through awareness programmes, activities and implementing new policies devised by a multidisciplinary mental health support team. Staff training and development in the areas of self-harm, suicide and mental health is being rolled out. Self-care days, coffee mornings, networking meetings, walks at lunch and staff health and fitness teams are being organised. They fundraise for charities and are involved in community organisations including Darkness into Light. Open discussions and talks around mental health issues is expected to be rolled out in community centres and schools in the coming weeks. Thank you. I should at this point mention, in case anyone's wondering, even though it's Cork Healthy Cities, some of the recipients are based in the county, but we decided that as a lot of people who work in the county live in the city and vice versa, it was only fair. The next recipient is Breast Check, and I call on David Hart, the ICT support analyst, to come up. Breast Check is a government-funded programme that provides free mammograms to eligible women. It has 56 employees in its Cork office. Some of the initiatives they've implemented or plan on implementing include a space for staff to have some quiet time, for meditation sessions, to hold information for staff, and a positivity board, with the second positivity board in the canteen, with a theme for each month. Develop a staff consultation on developing mental health in the workplace. Carry out a dignity at work policy review for staff. Support different HSE campaign days, including, for instance, they took part in Valentine's Day Walk, where the 14th, on the February the 14th, of course, where the theme for the month was "The more you move, the better your mood." They've ideas for bringing staff together. For instance, in February they had a coffee morning with the Little Things theme, Add Friends to Tea. And they also attended the PSYCHED workshop in February to get ideas for their action plan. I next called Colette Doonan, occupational health nurse with Day.PSYCHED. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Day has 889 employees. It's based in Ringaskiddy, and it's a multinational medical devices company. It's part of the Johnson & Johnson Campus Ireland, so along with the other campus members, every year it develops and implements a health promotion calendar which focuses on the Johnson & Johnson culture of health programmes. It covers healthy eating, healthy mind and physical activity. Day has a strong commitment to mental health, and its focus for 2018 is creating a mental health strategy. Initiatives include MindScore, a confidential online mental health screening tool which has been available to staff since this January. They offer mental health awareness training to managers, and they've run a variety of seminars, including ones on work-life balance and the power of positive thinking. Thank you. The next recipient is Dr. Kenneth Burns of the IDEA project at University College Cork. The acronym IDEA stands for Improving Decisions Through Empowerment and Advocacy. building children's rights capacity in child protection systems. The IDEA project is a training project for child protection professionals on children's rights, which is funded by the European Commission. It has a special focus on professionals in child welfare removals proceedings in courts or court-like bodies. IDEA is coordinated by UCC with partners in universities in Finland, Hungary, Sweden and Estonia. Staff working in the area of child protection have one of the most stressful jobs. They include solicitors, barristers, judges, social workers and childcare workers. The IDEA project will provide training to these professionals on children's rights, but also on the less covered topic of staff welfare. As well as the training, the project has developed a new evidence-informed, easy-to-use self-care tool called Spark. It's a free tool and will be available shortly on their website and circulated to TUSLA, the Legal Aid Board, private and legal aid law firms, the Court Service and civil society groups working in child protection. The next recipient is Leisure World Bishopstown, and I call up Claire Murphy, their HR manager. Leisure World was set up by Cork City Council as a not-for-profit to manage leisure facilities, and Leisure World Bishopstown opened in 1997. There are now a further 5 Leisure World facilities around Cork City. Leisure World is actively focusing on improving wellness and mental health in their workplace, and it's part of its strategy for this year to develop this. Leisure World employees are given a full membership to facilities and encouraged to take time out to exercise. They have talks on nutrition and mindfulness sessions. They also have team building and staff events. They are partnering this year with a number of charities, but instead of just fundraising for them, they'll be sending teams to help out at the charities or events. The Leisure World has an employment assistance programme and encourages staff to use the various support networks in place should they feel they need to at any stage. The next recipient is St John's Central College, and I call up Paula McCarthy, Principal. St John's has approximately 100 employees. As most of you probably know, it's a college of further education, not very far from here. Last month they organised a wellness morning in the college for staff and students, decorating the college and staff room with fresh flowers and candles and providing free fruit, smoothie shots and healthy infusions with calming oils burning. They based a number of stands in the main reception area, including one about Pieta House, another one promoting the Cork Social and Health Education Project, which offers self-development courses, some of them free, and some offered through the Lantern Project in the recently opened Nanonagle Centre. Brief meditation for 10 minutes was held in an adjoining room into the main area. This was the first time that St John's had put on something like this, and they plan to expand their activities in the future. Thank you. The next recipient is Pabia Consulting Limited, based in the North Valley Business Centre on the Mallow Road, and Alvin DC. Not Alvin. Pabia is a multidisciplinary engineering consultancy. It has 5 employees, and it wishes to engage with and motivates that team to take small steps and make changes to positive mental health and general well-being, and most importantly, to stick to them. At a practical level, they aim to provide information on awareness campaigns about general wellness and about this PSYCHED initiative, pay attention to signals of stress, have regular meetings with the team to discuss mental health at work, and have a clear timetable for improvements if needs are identified. Also to encourage and strengthen social support by providing opportunities, for example, out-of-work activities or allowing extra time to help colleagues. They are reviewing their HR policies to outline support for team members should they develop mental health problems. Thank you. The next recipient is James Reardon and Partners on the South Mall, and Graham Copplestone, with colleague, will be accepting the certificate. James Reardon and Partners is a corporate law firm and is one of the Cork's longest established firms of solicitors. It was established in 1870. Last year they decided they wanted to raise awareness of mental health both in the workplace and at home. Whilst the catalyst for this decision was personal to a staff member, they really got things moving when they heard about the PSYCHED campaign. Since the campaign has been launched, they've had in-house seminars about wellness in the workplace and cognitive behavioural therapy, and hope to continue with these seminars. They also see the benefits of exercise can offer mental health, and colleagues regularly exercise together with teams entering local road races. They also regularly socialise together to get to know each other outside work, and examples of this include weekends away to Amsterdam and Galway, for instance. They try to highlight these commitments on their Facebook pages. I recommend you all look at it, James Reardon and Partners Solicitors, to get others involved with the movement. Thank you. Now, our final recipient isn't one, it's four. It's the Market Lane Group, and it's actually 4 different workplaces. So I call up, I'm not sure if they're all here, but anyway, Conrad Howard represents Market Lane Restaurant, Dee Monelli, Orso Kitchen and Bar, Stephen Keogh from Elbow Lane Brew and Smokehouse, and Jerry O'Sullivan from the Castle Cafe. They're all too busy serving customers, we assume. Between them, they employ 156 people. And from the very first day, the company engages with colleagues around the issue of mental health and stress, as they are conscious they're working in a high-tempo industry. Their employee handbook has a mental health section promoting the idea of it being okay to talk. They ran mindfulness training for employees and organised for managers to attend suicide prevention training. They actively partner with an occupational health doctor. They hire leaders who are naturally strong at building good relationships with their teams, able to read when somebody's under pressure and offer support, providing regular mentoring, and are proactive in minimising unnecessary additional stresses at work. They have supported colleagues with serious mental health challenges. They supported the Green Ribbon Sea Change campaign, and recently they've been trialling the Headspace online app with a view to making it available to all their colleagues. This is a very much edited down version of the submission they sent me, by the way. Their HR department has been renamed People and Training to make it a more accessible and approachable concept to all their colleagues. Thank you.
So my name is Jerry O'Sullivan. I'm one of the owners in the Castle Cafe in Blackrock, which is part of the wider group, which is kind of known as Market Lane Group. We're 4 restaurants and an urban garden, so Market Lane, Elbow Lane, Orso Cafe and the Castle in Blackrock. We would have, I suppose, had an informal structure. We've always been aware of mental health and, I suppose, well-being of staff, and it's something that we've always been quite concerned about and, I suppose, quite focused on. But through initiatives like PSYCHED, we decided to put a more formal structure around what we do, and have been able to, I suppose, by attending and seeing what others do, we've been able to, I suppose, gauge, different approaches that we might take. We would have quite a large workforce, so approximately 150 from all different nationalities, European and across the world. So a lot of staff, when they're coming in, it's might be their first time in the country. They would have, stresses with getting PPS numbers and getting set up and stuff. So we would do an induction with staff at the very start when they come to us, and we've put in place, I suppose, a framework to help them and assist them. That can be a stressful time, and as part of the induction, we talk about well-being of staff, and we've included it in our handbook to ensure that the people understand that we do care and that there is a system in place, or if they need help, that they who to ask and how to go about it. We would have various different initiatives within the group. So I, as an owner, take an active role, obviously, along with my colleagues. But we would have, for example, we have a wellness team which would be made up of members from across the group, so from all areas, from kitchen to floor to bar, from managers to owners. And they meet on a regular basis and kind of come up with different ideas and maybe a different team for a month and what they might, what we'll try to do on a particular month. So currently, Darkness into Light is something that we're actively involved in, and it was something that popped up to try and fundraise and do something along those lines. So this is something that we're doing in the next couple of weeks or so. And then obviously with the group meetings like that, when various different suggestions or ideas come up, we would then kind of bounce it around the board or bounce it around the team, and then we kind of in turn then go out and practice that.
Okay, so this nearly brings us to a close. Just to say a few words of thanks, I suppose, and gratitude to all of you for coming, I suppose, and starting to join us in this early stages of the PSYCHED journey. When the Healthy Cities Steering Group started to look at this back last October, it was very much kind of hoping that people might take up this agenda, and we were unsure as to how many workplaces would be interested in this agenda, and we were amazed at kind of the energy, the uptake from kind of all levels of company size. You'll see from single entities and one-person workplaces right through to the multinationals, and it's just been amazing. So we're delighted to see the kind of the very beginnings of PSYCHED. We have 38 workplaces kind of acknowledged in beginning their journeys tonight. And we hope that in the years to come that 38 will multiply and grow in the coming months and years. So just to thank you all and give yourselves a big round of applause to everyone. Finally, again, just to thank the working group, the PSYCHED working group that has helped put all of this together, organised events, and lots of it in their own time. So again, Denise Cahill, fantastic coordinator for Healthy Cities and a great driver of PSYCHED, so thank you, Denise. Justina Hurley, senior researcher with NSRF, but also has been fantastic in terms of helping us with logos and flyers and designing all of that material. Teresa McElhenney, Stephen Murphy, Jim O'Donovan, Martin Ryan, Ulton Sherman from UCC, and of course Tina Naylan. So a fantastic committee, and these initiatives don't happen, you know, just by chance. It's because people drive them in the same way that you're going to drive this forward, both in your workplaces and community. So thank you to everybody for coming, and well done again on all of the work that you've done. Thank you very much.